Danger of woman and gold, I said to Kashab Sen further. How can the worldly man be cured of his serious disease unless he goes into solitude? A worldly man is suffering from delirious fever. As it were, suppose there are pickled tamarind and jars of water in the room of such a patient. Now, how can you expect him to get rid of the disease? Just see, the very mention of pickled tamarind is making my mouth water. I'll laugh. You can very well imagine what will happen if the tamarind is actually put in front of me. To a man, a woman is the pickled tamarind, and his desire for enjoyment, the jars of water. There is neither end nor limit to this desire for worldly enjoyment. And the things are in the patient's very room. Can you expect the patient to get rid of the delirious fever in this fashion? He must be removed for a few days to another place where there are neither pickled tamarind nor water jars. Then he will be cured. After that, if he returns to his old room, he will have nothing to fear. Woman and gold cannot do any harm to the man who lives in the world after attaining God. Only then can he lead a detached life in the world as King Janaka did. But he must be careful at the beginning. He must practice spiritual discipline in strict solitude. The peepal tree, when young, is fenced around to protect it from cattle. But there is no need for the fence when the trunk grows thick and strong. Then no harm will be done to the tree even if an elephant is tied to it. Woman and gold will not be able to harm you in the least. If you go home and lead a householder's life after increasing your spiritual strength and developing love for the lotus feet of God through the practice of spiritual discipline in solitude. A man sets milk in a quiet place to curdle, and then he extracts butter from the curd. After once extracting the butter of devotion and knowledge from the milk of the mind, if you keep that transformed mind in the water of the world, it will float in the world unattached. But if the mind in its unripe state, that is to say, when it is just like liquid milk, is kept in the water of the world, then the milk and water will get mixed. In that case it will be impossible for the mind to float unattached in the world. Live in the world, but in order to realize God, hold fast to his lotus feet with one hand and with the other do your duties. When you get a respite from your duties, cling to God's lotus feet with both hands, live in solitude and meditate on him and serve him ceaselessly. Sub-judge, joyously. Sir, these are very beautiful words indeed. Of course one must practice spiritual discipline in solitude, but we forget all about it. We think we have become King Janaka outright. The master and the devotees laugh. I feel very happy and peaceful even to hear that there is no need to give up the world and that God can be realized from home as well. Master, why should you give up the world? Since you must fight, it is wise for you to fight from a fort. You must fight against your sense organs, against your hunger and thirst, therefore you will be wise to face the battle from the world. Further, in the Kali Yuga the life of a man depends on his food. If one day you have nothing to eat, then you will forget all about God. A man once said to his wife, "I am going to leave the world." She was a sensible woman. She said, "Why should you wander about? If you don't have to knock at 10 doors for your stomach's sake, go. But if that is the case, then better live in this one place." Again I say, why should you give up the world? You will find it more convenient at home. You won't have to worry about food. You may even live with your wife. It isn't harmful. You will find near at hand all that the body needs at different times. When you are ill, you will have someone near you to nurse you. Sages like Janaka, Vyasa, and Vasishtha lived in the world after attaining knowledge. They fenced with 2 swords, the one of knowledge and the other of action. Sub-judge, how can we know that we have knowledge? Master, when one has knowledge one does not see God anymore at a distance. One does not think of him anymore as he. He becomes this. Then he is seen in one's own heart. God dwells in every man. He who seeks God realizes him. Quote,